Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It's been so much time, well, actually a weekend, but doesn't matter. I am pleased to see that we will be able to begin the analysis for my new game that I bring for all of you today. The new game I brought for all of you today is Warhammer Mark of Chaos Battlemarch. Battlemarch is the expansion. And this is a pretty interesting case. This is basically Total War before Total War was even a thing. So it will be pretty interesting to see all of the gameplay mechanics this game has to offer. I've already played this game a lot of years ago. I was much younger. But I managed to finish the campaign. Yes. The main campaign, not the expansion. Here we'll play the main campaign, and if it's as good as I remember the game to be, we'll play also the expansion. Right. Before we begin, we will resume Scud Race as part of the leisure gameplay format on Thursday, so don't worry. We'll finish that course on the hardest difficulty and endurance mode, just as I promised, but it will take much more practice, so I'll leave that for Thursday. Next up, this game belongs to the real-time tactics genre, and as I always say, there's a huge difference between the RTS and the real-time tactics genre, real-time strategy and real-time tactics genre. I've been repeating this constantly for the past year that I've been streaming, so this is the first real-time tactics pure RTT game that we are going to analyze. So far, they've been RTS games with some real-time tactics elements, right? It is true that some real-time strategy games have real-time tactics elements. For example, The Lord of the Rings, Battle for Middle-earth 1 and 2, those quadrants which had those fixed building placements, those fixed positions in which you would construct a building or do all of those things. Another great example that I always use, or that I've been using constantly, in fact, it's Warhammer Dawn of War 1, indeed, because there are two elements which make an RTT game, or an RTT element in an RTS game, in this case. Positioning on the battlefield determines victory rather than APM and economy and all of those things which are kind of like pure RTS elements. This is something important because a lot of people are sadly unable to tell the difference between those two genres, and it is important. It is extremely important because when we want to analyze an RTT game, we shouldn't judge it by RTS elements, and also the other way around. We shouldn't judge RTS games because of the lack of RTT elements. That's the thing. There are two main differences that I've been always highlighting. First, positioning on the battlefield does not determines victory in the case of an RTT game. In the case of an RTS game, it does not determine victory. It's not vital. Even if in StarCraft 2 or Age of Empires your troops are a bit disorganized, if you have superiority in numbers, if you have a perfect APM and you have a strong economy, you'll probably be able to beat your opponent regardless of the fact that you've been flanked or something like that. In Total War games, real-time tactics, if you get flanked, if you get attacked by the rear with a cavalry charge, you pretty much lost that battle. You have already lost that battle if you get flanked, if you suffer a cavalry charge on the rear of your formation, or I don't know, if you are attacked by the sides of your formation with a cavalry charge, you have pretty much lost. So, first element, positioning on the battlefield determines victory. The first vital element of the RTT genre, not the RTS, the RTT genre, real-time tactics. And second element, there's next to non-existent base building. Yes, base building isn't a thing. Isn't a thing. It won't determine victory. There will be no base building at all most of the time. So there you have it. When you have to tell the difference between an RTS game and an RTT game, real-time tactics, real-time strategy, those are the main differences. It is true, as I was saying at the beginning of this intro, that the RTS genre, in some examples of the RTS genre, not all of them, of course, not in Age of Empires, not in StarCraft, the classics, but in some cases, as I've said, just like Warhammer Dawn of War, it is true that positioning on the battlefield somehow determines victory, but not 100%. Notice that it's not vital, it's not defining. You can win a fight in Warhammer Dawn of War 1 even if you are not in cover 100% of the time. If you have a strong economy and you have a lot of troops, you will be able to overwhelm the enemy. You will be able to zerg them, as we usually say. So, it's important, but it's not 100% defining. It's not like in Total War. In Total War, if you suffer a cavalry charge and you were flanked by the rear, if you get attacked from behind with a cavalry charge, you are pretty much lost, even if you have the best units in the world, unless you are using a map of citizens. But in 90% of these scenarios, you've lost. In Warhammer Dawn of War, for example, you can somehow overwhelm the enemy without taking cover. The same for the Lord of the Rings Battle for Middle-earth 1 and 2. That they move in squadrons, the units. The same for Dragon Shard. They are all games in which the units are not individually selected. That's the thing. But besides that, the base building aspect for those games isn't as developed as in classic RTS games. That's the thing, right? So take all of that in mind and know that's the difference, the true difference between the RTS and the real-time tactics genre. No base building and positioning on the battlefield is vital, defining, right? So there you have it. And now, before we begin the analysis of Warhammer Mark of Chaos, let's do as we always do. No, not that one. Sorry. This one. Indeed, this one. That one is the one for Scud Race, which I was using on Friday. Don't worry, we'll go back to Scud Race soon enough. Alright, here we have it. If you can read up there, yes, you can do so. Warhammer Mark of Chaos is a real-time tactics game. See that even the Wikipedia page is telling you that it's not an RTS game, that the Total War games aren't what I've heard some people say, that they are grand 4X turn-based. No, they are real-time tactics games. The core of the gameplay is that. Then if you use the map with a turn-based system. It doesn't matter. The core of the gameplay, it's real-time tactics. Real-time tactics. Something people, I don't know why, ignore. So here you have it, more or less. It had an Xbox 360 version. I have a problem with the developer because it says it was Black Hole Entertainment. There we go. This one is the developer. But the publisher was Bandai Namco and Deep Silver in the case of Europe. Right. So we are going to see that it has two campaigns. One, the normal campaign, the expansion. If you read this, you have probably read this by now as I was talking, or while I was talking, you will see that the description is pretty similar to a Total War game. But this was before Warhammer Total War, not before the creation of the Total War series, because here you can see that it's 2006 and we already have Total War Rome and Medieval. Could it be? Yes, we had those two at least. So it's kind of like the OG. We are going to play the OG Warhammer Total War experience rather than the first one, which was released years later. Now they released the third entry some months ago. Yeah, recently, pretty recently. So here you can see that's not featuring RTS gameplay aspects like base building. See, there's no base building. Here it's telling you, just so you see that I don't like, because I've been repeating this constantly for a year, and here you can see that I'm not inventing things. There you can see base building, and I didn't read this from the Wikipedia. I already knew this because I've been telling this constantly for a year before playing this game and playing RTS games, which had nothing to do with this description. So here you can see that the lack of base building, it's a defining element of the RTT genre. Right. So there mostly you have everything you would expect from a description. Generally, Wikipedia descriptions are pretty objective. That's what I like about them. Of course, they are not perfect. They are simplistic most of the time, but they are objective. That's the important thing. While Steam reviews, to some extent, they have pretty much a lot of subjective elements. Some of them are perfectly done, but others, maybe they are simply, as I always say, a picture of, I don't know, of the person who's happy or something like that, or whatever. They are not 100% descriptive and objective about the game. That's the important thing. The company's first title, and this is what I wanted to show to all of you, the company's first title was Armies of Exigo. Indeed. Warhammer Mark of Chaos would be the direct successor to Armies of Exigo, which I also analyzed here on the channel. I was a bit unfair with the qualification because the game was longer than I had anticipated. It was extremely long, and well. Yeah, I ended up awarding the game, if not the highest qualification, an A, but I think in the video it says a C. No, but then I played the rest of the campaign, and by the end of the gameplay I said, no, well, this is an absolute A, close to an S. It's pretty much perfect. Play Armies of Exigo immediately if you haven't, and if you're a fan of the RTS genre. Well, so here we have, which I've been looking for, the original developer of Armies of Exigo, which wasn't Electronic Arts. Electronic Arts published the game, but it was Black Hole Entertainment from Budapest, from Hungary. Indeed. So they first developed Armies of Exigo, and then we have the game we're going to play right now, Warhammer Mark of Chaos. Then the expansion, and then for some reason they developed this, but it's turn-based, so I'm not gonna play a turn-based game. That would be a sacrilege, as you know. So here you have it. The game was released for the Xbox 360 as well. Perfect. So this is the swan song of Black Hole Entertainment, the swan song of the creators of Armies of Exego, right? So it's extremely important to play this game because they switched from pure RTS, Armies of Exego, great game, probably the most underrated RTS game, which wasn't developed by a AAA developer. Yeah, but Electronic Arts published it. Well, it's that. So play Armies of Exego immediately, and then we will see right now the switch, how they transitioned all of their knowledge to the real-time tactics genre. That's why I wanted to play this game again with all of you for a while. I've been wanting to do this stream for a while. And here you can see that your favorite streamer, that is me, hasn't been telling you stupid things, just like most of the streamers. And here you can see that the RTT genre indeed exists, and that it should be showcased and separated from the real-time strategy genre. Here you have the comparison and the genre classification. I didn't read all of this to know what was this, but the important thing is that newer generations pay attention to this because it's important. It's important because then you will judge an RTT game like you would an RTS game, like you would judge an RTS game. And you shouldn't do that because they have different elements. Here you have the origins with Supreme Commander and everything. And here you can see how the different descriptions will tell you that the RTT genre is absolutely different. Here you have Nexus, the Jupiter Incident, another great game that you should play. And here you have all of the description. I want you pretty much, if you're a veteran player, you will know the story more or less, but you get the point. It's totally different, so we need to analyze this game in a totally different way that we would an RTS a game. I mean, not doing something different. We will always use our system here, but the elements that we need to take into account are different. So I wanted to make this small intro before we begin, because I've been constantly repeating. You can watch my previous streams that I've been saying this for an endless amount of time, that it's important to be able to tell the difference between the real-time tactics genre and the real-time strategy element, and also take into account that some real-time strategy games have real-time tactics elements, but it doesn't make them pure real-time tactics games. What we're gonna play right now is a pure real-time tactics games. As other examples, you can also check out my blog about game genres, in which I showcase all of my collection. Pretty interesting if you're looking for new games to play and for some reason you are bored and you know what to play. Check out my collection. You won't be disappointed, trust me, and thank me later because you won't be disappointed. As other examples, you have The Ultimate General, American Civil War, that's a pure real-time tactics game, King Arthur 2, of course Warhammer, and then of course all of the Total War games They are the undisputed kings, the undisputed kings of the genre. That's for sure. The Total War games. All right. So, enough of the intro. Let's begin because we have to play the tutorial. We have to learn the gameplay mechanics. We have to begin analyzing. We have to do everything. Remember, it's been a while since I haven't done an analysis. 2 months. So, no, well, 1 month and a half. So, you know the drill. We will slowly assess every single aspect for the game. We'll play the game to 100% completion on the hardest difficulty, of course, and that's it, pretty much. We'll analyze every inch of the terrain, as I always say. We'll analyze every possible aspect, every possible option the game has to offer. That's the important thing. All right, so let's begin, shall we? Let us begin. Let me put the stream into performance mode, and where is it? Here it is. So let's begin. Let's see how my layout reacts to the game. Let's hope it works properly. I played the game long ago. I know, right, but I have to measure the game volume. So we'll wait a bit. Let me see. Perfect. Can I listen to it? Yes. It's working. Deep Silver, alright. There we go. Once again, this will remind you of Armies of Exego, most probably. There we go. The Hungarian developer Black Hole, because most people never mention the developer instead of the publisher. They always say, this was developed by Electronic Arts, or blah, blah, blah. This one, Black Hole Entertainment, was the developer of Armies of Exego on this one. Alright. I think it's a bit low for you. Yes. Let me check something. Alright, perfect. It's working on full screen. Let me increase the volume. For you a bit. Not much, because you have to listen to my beautiful voice, of course. But no, it's way too low. Let me see. How about something like this? Something like this. Stereo headphones. I assume we are all using that, more or less. Let's see. Much better, I think. Perfect. I think we're ready to go. Yes, I always like the soundtrack to be a bit higher than the effects. That's right, I just need to ensure you listen to my voice. I just need to ensure you listen to my voice. There we go. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Ready to go. Alright. What else? What else? What else? As you can see, it's version 2.14. Always remember to download the most updated version. I've already created my profile. So let's see, brightness, general, details, just so you see that it's everything in ultra. Well, it doesn't have ultra, but it would be high. High, 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 high. High five the skies, yes. Detail, blah, 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 highest in this case, highest, and water reflection far. As you can see, it's everything in ultra. The game works at locked 60 FPS for the technical aspects of the analysis. And so let's begin with the basics, because if I remember correctly, the tutorial for this game is pretty hilarious, because you'll see that he will laugh at all of us. You'll see, if I remember correctly. Back in the day, RTS games and RTT games had such incredible tutorials. I remember, for example, War of the Ring. I remember Dragon Shard. I remember this one, and a lot more that had some.
What do we have here? I'm Captain Barkel, and I'm here to introduce you to the basics of Army generalship.
60 FPS.
Let's see if you've got the brains to go with it. A general needs to survey the battlefield to command his troops. This is a distant view, enabling you to see a lot of your army at once. If you want to zoom in to take a closer view, roll the mouse wheel forward, or just press and hold the page up key on your keyboard. Well, I'm glad that didn't prove too difficult. To zoom back out, simply roll the mouse wheel backwards, or press and hold the page down key on your keyboard. Good to see you've picked up the basics.
We're not stupid. Great.
You don't stare ahead all the time, so here's how to rotate the view. Press and hold the C button on your keyboard.
Ah.
Now, while holding the C button, move your mouse left or right. As you can see, the view rotates left or right horizontally according to the movement of your mouse. You make it look as easy as it actually is. Now practice the horizontal rotation.
I told you.
Well, that's enough of that. That's horizontal rotation. But you can rotate the view freely. To do this, press and hold the left Alt on your keyboard first.
Oh.
Now,
Hey.
anywhere. As you'll see, the view rotates wherever you move the mouse.
Nice sky.
See for yourself.
I'm surprised by the technical quality of this game.
Like a natural.
Sometimes in Total War
In the heat of
games,
battle, you'll be zooming and rotating the view like there's no tomorrow. However, in some dangerous situations, it's very important that you set the view back to its default position.
Really?
To set your view to its default position, just press the space bar on your keyboard. Have a go now.
No thanks, I'm looking at the details. Nice grass. Oh, nice textures for that fire. Oh, where is it here? Look at that. Pretty good. Ah, it also has a smoke. Let me see the leaves for the trees. They are 2D. Oh, we got some birds. Pretty interesting technical quality. Graphical quality in this case.
Praise be to Sigmar. Now, zoom and rotate the view again, and then go back to the default position.
Zoom, rotate. Nice. The sun, it's kind of like a bit weak. It's not that bright, but well.
You learn quickly. It's good to see. You don't want to just look around, see how you move on the battlefield.
Yes, let's do
Move
something.
your mouse cursor to one of the edges of the screen.
Let's do something with our units. Come on.
There's also a different way to change the view. If you press and hold the mouse wheel or the N key on your keyboard, you can pan the view.
Ah.
Now move your mouse in any direction. You will get a medal from the Emperor, to be sure. As you can see,
This is
the
just like in
battlefield
Total
moves
War
below
games.
you as if you grabbed and pulled it by the mouse cursor. Well, since you've mastered that, I'll let you in on a third way to move the view above the battlefield. But don't tell anyone else. At the lower left corner of your screen, there's an overview map called the mini-map. Here, you can see the top view of the whole battlefield. The white triangle shows your camera position. Now, move your mouse cursor to the red circle on the mini-map and click the left mouse button. There's no stopping you, is there? The camera jumped to this new location. Why don't you try it again? You've learned how to manipulate your view of the battlefield so far. However, you're going to actually have to command your army to win battles. So, let's take a look at that. You can see a small force in the middle of the military camp. The Count thinks a lot of you and has given you some of his soldiers to command. Lucky you. There are no individual soldiers on the battlefield. Every soldier is part of a group called a unit. Now, here you have a swordsman unit, which is a basic melee unit. And next to them is a handgunners unit, which is a basic ranged unit in the Empire Army. To get the attention of the swordsman unit, just click with the left mouse button on either the soldiers, the unit banner above them, or the unit card on the user interface at the bottom of the screen.
Okay, you noticed, right? They are all part of a unit. That's something typical, absolutely typical of real-time tactics games. They don't use individual units. They use kind of like battalions. They use kind of like groups of units, not individual units. That's individual units. They are part of the RTS genre. Battalions, part of the real-time tactics genre. Alright, so we have three methods: the banner, the units, or the card. I'll do this instead.
They're ready to be ordered about. I'll show you how you can move them around. Move the mouse cursor to the red circle on the battlefield and press the right mouse button.
Alright, the armors have no reflections for the most part. Yes, some basic reflections. That's pretty awesome for the time. Pretty awesome for 2008. Also, it's refreshing to play a game with kind of like classic Warhammer setting instead of the 40K.
Let's try it again, just to be sure. Move the cursor to the red circle and press the right mouse button again.
We shall prevail. Men of the Empire!
Yes, you've definitely got this mastered. Victory will be yours. One way to select multiple units is the selection rectangle. Move your cursor anywhere on the battlefield, then press and hold the left mouse button and start to move the mouse. There, you seem to have got that. Now you're drawing a green rectangle. Try to surround the swordsman and the handgunners with the rectangle and then release the mouse button. If you surrounded them completely, both units will be selected.
Ah, but there will
Step lively there!
they will be facing this.
Onwards, brave lads!
will be most happy. Most of your units will move in formations. They form a square-like shape that helps them fight together and makes it harder for the enemy to harm them. However, moving in formation takes extra time, and in addition, the units that move in formation are more vulnerable from the back. So it's very important that you make sure you have them facing the right way. Never show your back to the enemy.
There you can see. The guy is explaining it so clearly. There you could see that the guy is explaining
To the red circle. Then press and hold the right mouse button.
Ready and willing.
so clearly all of the different. He's perfectly explaining all of the differences between the real-time strategy and the real-time tactics genre. No base building, formations and positioning on the battlefield determine victory. They are vital, and well, we could add that units move in formations instead of individual units as a third difference. I have to hold.
Quick march!
Let's move them out of there. Move the cursor to a red circle, then press and hold the right mouse button.
Good. Well, you can see that after a short while, the green arrow appears below the mouse cursor.
Yes, we can all see it.
Release the button. The unit moves to the target location and faces in the direction you selected. The art of war is no mystery to you, is it? You don't have to wait for the green arrow to appear. There is a faster way to set your units facing at the target location. And here's how.
Ostermark.
Move your cursor to the red circle. Next, press and hold the right mouse button and move your mouse quickly in the desired direction.
Move out! Ready!
Press and hold.
Well, that's the style. As you can see, the green arrow appears immediately and points in the direction of the mouse cursor. Now simply release the right mouse button to move your unit into position.
I'm going way too fast.
Precision of a marksman, no mistake. Today we learn the basics of the view controls and some simple unit commands. Now, you can stay and drill the men, or you're free to go back to your chambers and rest. Meet me here tomorrow morning, first thing, and we'll get into the really exciting stuff. Fighting.
Indeed, and we'll do so immediately.
Step lively there! Victory!
There we go. Hurrah, hurrah. Yeah. Second, please. There's just 3 of them, we'll complete them. Remember that I will be playing this on hardest difficulty first try. I want to know... Most people ignore all of this and they simply jump straight into action. No, that's not the way you do things. Because you play them on easy mode sometimes. Most people do that. Or medium difficulty. First try, then during their second run. No, I go hard difficulty first try. That's why I want to complete all of the tutorials. And the...
Glad to see you up bright and early. Today I'll continue with your lessons on the fundamentals of battle.
Indeed.
Before a battle begins in earnest, the game is paused and you can deploy your units. However, you can't just put them wherever you like. Only in an area called the deployment zone. It is marked out by small flags.
It's just like Total War.
There are
Told ya.
2 units from yesterday. The swordsman and the handgunner units. Let's see how you can move them within the deployment zone. First, order the swordsman by clicking on them.
Alright. I love how the tutorial for this game... No, seriously. I love how it just covered all of the genre-defining elements of the real-time tactics genre, and it perfectly showed you the difference between them. Perfectly.
Now, move your cursor over the red circle and press the right
Oh, they move instantly, just like in Total War.
Now the swordsmen are moved to the new location immediately.
Step out smartly,
During
lads.
the deployment phase, you can rotate your units in the same way you did yesterday.
The darkness shall not defeat
Now that
us.
you've learned how to deploy your army, let's move on. Click on the End Deployment Phase button at the top of the screen to finish your deployment. Now select your swordsman unit again.
Death.
Done.
When a unit is selected, you can see its command buttons at the lower right corner of the screen. This is the command panel. Now we'll learn the basic commands. The upper left button on the command panel is the stop. If the selected unit is moving and you click on the stop button, the unit stops immediately. Select the swordsman and practice the stop command.
Advance in good order. We shall
That's
not
it.
fight.
You've got the hang of that. Now let's move on to ordering your units to run. The upper right button on the command panel switches between walk and run. Unless you've told them to run, a unit will walk. However, if you click on the run button, they will run when you order them to move. Why don't you try it on the swordsman? Select them, switch the button to run, and then send them to the red circle.
Quickly, men, move up.
Power. This is kind of like the balance between forces. It's a bit difficult to tell the difference.
Advance in good order.
Now they are walking.
Advance in good order. March out.
Let's see. I believe they are running now. Yeah. Yes. They run.
The foe have been spotted. Quickly, men, move up.
The distance a unit can travel depends on the stamina of the unit.
Ah.
The stamina is shown below the unit card. All
Ah.
right, let's look at some of the formations units can adopt.
Stamina.
On the bottom of the
This.
command panel, you can find the two formation buttons.
Where's the
With
stamina?
the left button, you can change the unit's formation from line to column and vice versa. In column formation, the units can march faster and move through terrain more efficiently, but it's not great for fighting. In line formation, the unit charges and fights more effectively, but is harder to move around. Now, select one of your units and order them to change formation a few times.
Alright, so they are faster while they are not in a line formation.
Reform at my command.
So like this they are slower.
Quickly, men,
Or
move up.
what?
That's line and column, but there's also open and loose formation too. With the right-hand formation button, you can switch the unit between tight and loose formation. In tight formation, the unit will charge
Alright,
and
like-
fight faster. While in loose formation, area spells and siege weapons used by the enemy are less effective against them. Now, select one of your units and try the loose and tight formations.
Okay.
Get in position. Right ranks.
You've mastered formation changes. Well done. Well, that's enough about moving your units around. You want to know how they fight, don't you? We'll leave the camp now. The forests in these remote lands are infested with all manner of vile creatures. But a well-trained fighting force such as yours should be safe. Select your swordsmen and move them to the red circle outside the military camp.
So like this, it's useful against siege and spells, I think, and like this against infantry. Pretty easy. Ah, I cannot control my guys. I want to see what's the stamina. I cannot see the stamina bar. He said right below. I think it's that purple thing right there, but
The foe have been spotted. Step out smartly, lads.
oh, what's that?
There's some goblins. These evil greenskins are well known for their cruelty and cowardice. I think they'll be a perfect test for your command skills. Select the swordsman and then move the cursor above the goblins. As you can see, the cursor changes,
An axe.
representing that it is over an enemy you can attack. Now press the right mouse button on the goblins.
Look at them.
That's the spirit. Now your swordsman will attack the goblins.
Ah, they have a
You can
charge.
see that when your swordsmen are close enough, they charge. It's
Yes.
important that you charge first if you can. His charge impacts the foe and causes more damage to them.
Uh-huh.
Your swordsmen greatly outnumber the goblins, and they don't like getting cut down, so the little bastard's morale starts to drop. You can see their morale on their unit banner above them, and also below their unit card on the user interface. It's a light gray line that drops if the unit is being attacked. Low enemy morale is good, but it is crucial that your units don't lose too much morale. Troops with poor morale fight less effectively.
So this is morale, but where's the stamina? This is morale, the purple one. But which one is the stamina? It has to be this one. The... This is morale, the purple one. And this is kind of like the stamina. Ah, here it is. They're running out of stamina. They are not running out of stamina, that's for sure. Oh, I see. Let's see the animations. Hey, pretty well done. I also like the kind of like the smoke. Oh. Morale. Alright, so it needs to be completely depleted.
The army of the Emperor is now the goblins have lost all of their morale, and they've been well and truly beaten. Now they turn tail and run for it. Your swordsmen won't pursue them. That's because they're in their default stand ground stance. If you want to change their stance, just click on the stand ground button on the command panel.
Stand ground.
Good.
Off.
Now the swordsmen are in charge at will stance. If a unit is in the charge at will stance, they'll automatically pursue fleeing enemies, and they'll attack on their own initiative if an enemy is near them or if they're shot at by enemy units.
Okay.
Swordsmen are a melee unit, like most of the units you'll command.
So they should chase them without me doing anything.
However, there are ranged units that can fire from a long distance, like your handgunners. You should be looking forward to this. You need to select the handgunner and jump the view to them by double-clicking on their unit card.
Ready and prepared. Step lively there.
See how quick that was? Well done.
Slugs.
As I said, ranged units can fight from a long distance. You can see the shooting range of a unit if you select the show.
Oh, I lost control of them.
On the left side of the minimap.
Ready and prepared.
Show range.
Now you can see a green circle around your handgunner. This is their shooting range.
Ah.
Quite a distance, isn't it? If the target
Whoa.
is within this range, the handgunners can attack them without moving. Now let's practice your shooting skills. Select your handgunners and move the cursor over the barrels in the red circle.
Where are the barrels?
Step lively there.
Ah.
Quick march.
As you can see, the cursor changes to a bow.
Let's see.
Representing that the object it's over is within the range of the handgunners and can be shot at.
Ready.
Now, click on the barrels with the right mouse button to get your handgunners to loose off a few rounds.
Blow them apart.
Spectacular. Their aim is perfect.
Oh, that was pretty fast.
Learn the basics of the melee.
They don't have ammo, right? No.
Now you can stay and practice these skills with your units, or go back to your room and rest up for a long day tomorrow.
I think I'll leave that
Come back
on.
here after breakfast, and we'll continue with your lessons.
Praise Sigmar. Victory is your.
Okay. Final lesson. So we have hero units. It's interesting. It has some elements from from Empire and Napoleon Total War and some. It's kind of like a mix between medieval and Empire.
This is our last day together.
Interesting.
The most important one if you want to stay alive long enough to make a difference.
Hey, he has a
Today,
torch.
I'll teach you how to command heroes and units together, and how to duel with challengers. Here we have your sword.
Duels.
And we're lucky enough to have been joined by Lucius Thyrandus, one of the new battle wizards they're teaching in Altdorf. But enough introductions. Let's start the lesson.
Lord Teclis has taught me the art.
Heroes such as Lucius and yourself are individual characters whose fighting skill elevates them far above the ordinary troops. They're very dangerous, even if they're alone. But sometimes they're even more effective if they fight together with a unit of ordinary soldiers.
Attach them.
Get the attention of Lucius. Well, it seems he's in a good mood. Now,
Hello,
in
Lucius.
the lower right corner of the command panel, you'll see the Attach Hero button.
Drawn to the flame.
Hey, nice details. He has kind of like a salamander
Then move the cursor
hanging
above the
on.
swordsman and press the left mouse button on them.
Attach hero to regiment.
Do not be afraid. I can control my powers.
Very nicely done. Now you've asked Lucius to join the swordsman unit. From now on, they'll all move and fight together.
Yeah, there you can see that there's a
It's time to
big
leave the camp again.
circle
So keep your sword handy.
representing the hero
I hope
unit.
that we'll be as lucky as yesterday and find some weaker foes.
Hey, we have some
Select your
abilities
swordsman and
here.
move them to the red circle outside the camp.
Alright, a fireball.
Foe been spotted.
Flaming shield of Andor. I bet Warhammer experts must be thinking
This
a
is
lot of lore.
now, isn't it? As you can see, Lucius moves together with the swordsman, just like I said.
I must find more power.
Sigmar's blessings. It seems that this small clearing behind the trees is a meeting point for the greenskins. Now, there are some night goblins around that campfire.
Night goblins.
They are more dangerous than normal goblins. They fight
Oh.
more ferociously,
Oh.
and their weapons are often poisoned with strange fungal juices.
Oh.
Swords alone might not be enough today. As luck would have it, Lucius has a spell or two up his sleeve that will help you. On the wizard's command panel, you can see the icon of a fireball spell. Click on it with the left mouse button. This will be entertaining. See how the cursors change to a crosshair? Now, move it above the goblins and press the left mouse button on them to give them a good roasting.
Alright, let's see.
Fantastic.
Where is it?
I
Ah.
love these bright wizards. They're so explosive. Watch out, though. You've attracted the night goblins' attention, and they'll...
Alright, we need to charge.
Now that the night goblins are attacking, it's time to use some protective spells.
Ah.
Night wizards know some very effective battle spells.
My bad.
One is the Flaming Shield of Andor. It's a magical fire shield that protects the wizard and his unit for a while. Click on the icon of the Flaming Shield of Andor now.
Alright, let's see what you can do.
See, that wasn't hard, was it?
Oh.
The wizard and his unit are now protected while the spell is cast. Unfortunately, spells are not cast from thin air, as much as it might seem that way. At the top of the screen, you can see a blue bar.
Ah.
This is the army power pool, showing how much magical energy the army has gleaned from the winds of magic.
Oh.
Every spell cast, and even the skills used by heroes, cost power. If a hero casts too many spells, the others won't be able to cast theirs. The army power pool refills over time as the winds of magic blow softer or stronger. But this process is slow, so you must use your spells and skills sparingly and wisely.
Ah, I see, I was wrong. I thought it was the kind of like relation of power that you would normally see in Total War games. But no. Ah, I see. Right. It consumes a lot of... So that's our mana. Can also... Mana is shared across all of your units. I see. Okay. I think our troops are poisoned.
The army of the Emperor is under attack. The might of
Thanks to the magic of
Hey, what's
Lucius,
that?
you've annihilated those pesky night goblins. After defeating the night goblins, your wizard gained experience and now has enough to increase his powers. You can
What?
see this because his level has increased. If a hero increases his level, his attributes get better, and he can learn new skills and spells.
Ah,
To
here.
choose new spells for Lucius, select the wizard and click on the small shield in the upper left corner of his portrait. This will open up his skill tree window.
Right here. Oh.
That's the one. Here, you can spend the available skill points he's earned to learn new skills.
I
or to
love
improve
this.
existing ones. There are 3 sections. The left one
I love this.
contains
It's just
skills
like
and spells that make a hero
Star Wars The Old
dangerous
Republic
fighter.
and World of
The
Warcraft
middle one
before
contains
they
the dual skills and
ditched
spells
the
used
skill
in
trees.
single combat with enemy heroes.
Beautiful.
The right-hand one contains skills and spells that make the army, and especially the hero's unit, more effective on the battlefield. Click on one of the available skills with the left mouse button to spend a skill point.
See, this graphical interface for the skill tree is my favorite. I love it when it's like this, just with these circles or squares like this, with different options. This generally implies a game is properly executed on its RPG part, let's say, because you have different ways to approach the same situations. That's the thing. It provides you with different ways to develop your own combat style, and I love that. I love that in a game. But this is more common in MMORPG games. This distribution, or at least RPG games. But yeah, I love this. This graphical interface is just like World of Warcraft and just like Star Wars: The Old Republic, exactly like an MMORPG before they ditched this concept. So I love this. Increases the armor of the hero. Blah, 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 blah. I don't think there will be much. This is important. I'll go with this one. Increases range. Oh, pretty good. Good. Well, but cooldown it's useless. Well, whatever. Without magic. Attacks the opponent around 2 damage. Duel. Oh. Supernatural resilience. Decreases the attack hit chance. This should be pretty good. The force of a blow. So 25% to avoid an attack. In a duel, the hero's morale will not drop below 10% level. That's important because if your morale goes below if your morale drops, you fight less effectively. Sorry. There we go.
Lucius looks pleased with your choice. Now spend the remaining skill points. Good. And now that you've spent all of the remaining skill points, close the skill tree window by clicking on the close button. I know from reports I received last night that the goblins stole some treasure. Luckily, the cowards dropped it when you beat them. Look closely. You can see it on the ground over there.
Yes, I can see it. I've been
Sure you'll want to grab it.
looking at it.
Select your wizard and then click on the treasure
There we
with the
go.
right mouse button.
Medium healing potion, single use.
Watch him go for that gold. Your wizard has picked up the goblin's treasure. It's a healing potion they took from the apothecary. Its icon has appeared on the user interface. So now let's use it. Click with the left mouse button on the icon of the healing potion. So it's selected now and you can activate the item. It's healed the wizard, and because it can only be used once, its icon has disappeared.
Indeed.
Lucius is looking more perky now, though. Your heroes can have many items. If you want to see or edit them, you'll have to open his character window. Each button can be found on the user interface, below the selected hero's portrait.
Ah.
Yes, that's
Ah.
it. Now you've opened the character window of your wizard. The upper part of the window contains the statistics of the hero. Below it, you can see the items he uses, split across 8 slots. Move your cursor above them to see their details.
I can clearly see the influence of World of Warcraft here.
If there's no free slot for an item, it can be put into the bag. Later, it can be sold in a city or placed in a slot that becomes empty so you don't have to throw it away. Well, that's your command skills polished. But what about your fighting skills, huh? Time to duel.
It's time to duel. Duel. Sorry, had to do it. Sorry, had to do it.
In this case, they'll clash in a heroic duel.
Sorry,
During a
had to
duel,
do it.
nobody and nothing can harm them except the hero they fight with. Captain Vandergaard and Commander Kreese will help me show you the basics of dueling. They will imitate a fight for you. First
Okay.
of all is the challenge itself. Select Captain Vandergaard.
This one maybe?
Fight for the
Or
Empire.
this one?
He's listening to you. Now a
There we go, this
special
one.
effect appears around
Oh.
him. It shows that an enemy hero is near him. In addition, you can see the captain's icon on the screen above the command panel. Next to the captain's icon, there's a smaller icon, which shows the enemy hero. To challenge the enemy hero, just click on his small icon with the left mouse button. Shall pay in blood! That's it. Now the captain starts to approach the enemy hero.
Oh.
And when they meet, a bright effect, which we call the duel circle, appears around them. From that moment, they can't be attacked or harmed by enemies outside the circle. It's an honor thing, I'm told.
Interesting gameplay mechanic.
Begins. The buttons on the captain's command panel have been changed. Now you can see the dual buttons here. On the top of the command panel, the 3 buttons from the left are the general dual skills. You can use them anytime. They don't cost power. Click on one of them now.
So they don't cost any power. Chance to hit. Reduction. Delivers 3 attacks, 3 damage each.
They shall rout the scum from the field.
Alright, it's similar to a turn-based, because you use the turn-based combat, because they kind of like take some time to be cast. Well, 3 battles, dual skills. So, and this is a different way of winning in the battlefield, or
The
what?
army of the Emperor is under attack.
We shall rout the scum from the field.
How these guys know I cannot control them?
The gods have granted this day to earn our glory. For the Empire. The Emperor rewards the bravest.
Ah, it has to do with the morale. Look at that. It has to do with the morale rather than the health. I assume the units cannot get inside of that circle. Let me see. Alright, so I need to be careful because if during a battle, for some reason, I get trapped into this circle, I could lose
The army of the Emperor is under attack.
just because of this mechanic, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. Let me see these abilities. Let's just increases the hero damage by 1%, can cheat here. Decreases the opponent's chance to hit by 25%, lasts 10 seconds. Grabs will, hand of. Alright, this. I guess the morale bar is dropping. He kind of like gets frozen for a sec there before he does that. You the opponent to hit, interrupt the opponent.
The army of the Emperor is under attack.
They don't use mana in this mode. They don't use mana. Alright. Whoa, so these duels can take a lot of time. I mean, if this is the tutorial, I cannot imagine a real duel, how much time it could take. Especially on hard mode. Well, guess we'll find out. Alright, so what now? Can I move out of the circle? No, you are trapped. You lose control of the unit. At least the movement. So what now?
The army of the Emperor is under attack.
What? So his health is not dropping. Focus. Offensive tactics. And defensive tactics. So first you need to reduce the morale and then the health. But increase the rate when it can be reused. Hero suffers double damage. Here, offensive tactics.
As you can see, if you activate a general duel skill, all the 3 general duel skills are given a cooldown time. During this time, you can't use them.
Ah.
Next to them is the flee button. If you think your hero is losing and want to save him, you can click on this button to force him to flee from the duel. And be careful with this.
Battle 1.
Your men don't like to see their leaders running from
Ah.
the fight. And this unseemly act will reduce their morale. These 4 buttons on the top of the command panel are the same for all heroes. In the middle of the command panel, the unique dual skills can be found. They're different for each hero.
Ah.
Unlike the general skills, unique skills cost power to empty, so
Ah.
you must use them carefully. The different heroes have different dual spells and skills, so it's impossible to show you all of them. It's up to you to study and learn the skills of the heroes in your army, so the learning doesn't finish when you leave here. Well, you've managed to complete the training. Pretty quickly, I might add. It was just a short series of lessons, but you're ready to begin the fight against the evil of this world. As you battle for the Emperor, you'll meet powerful enemies, find ancient magic items, and build huge armies. Just remember the basics you've learned over the last 3 days and keep an open mind. And you'll become a great general. That said, if anytime you have questions or want to know more, check your sacred text.
Ah.
The one called the User's Manual. Fight well, and may Sigmar guide your steps.
You got it, Cap. You got it. I'll make you proud. Promise. You got it, Cap. Alright. That was pretty well done. The User's Manual. Yeah, sadly we don't have the sacred text. Okay. Let's begin the campaign right away. Oh. Wasn't there just 2 campaigns? Kind of like the main campaign and the expansion? Difficulty normal? Oh. Hard. Right away. Where is it here? Hello? There we go. We have to use the arrow keys. There you can see it. Hard. There are 3 campaigns. These 2 must be part of the main game, and this must be the Battlemarch expansion. Could it be? I don't know. We are going to play them. We're going to play them all. We'll begin with the Empire Ostermark. As you can see, this is classic Warhammer, not 40k. There are no Space Marines. This is medieval fantasy, not Space Marines. So, well, just like the modern Total War games. The Call of War. Let's begin. Come on. I need to get my blood flowing. I need some hard level.
Long and bloody years since the end of the Great War. While the Emperor has claimed victory, the peace that so many heroes gave their lives for has not settled on the lands. The hordes of chaos, though leaderless, continue to taint the northlands of the Empire. Vicious warriors attack merchant caravans and raid isolated farms and villages. The Emperor's battle-weary soldiers patrol the forests and hills, ever vigilant against bloodthirsty warbands intent on looting and slaughter.
Ever vigilant. Yes. Well, it has pretty nice graphics for 2008. Both the cinematics and the gameplay. Heretics. Chaos.
Sons of Sigmar, for the Empire!
Pretty straightforward.
Kislev, sporadic fighting plagued the lands of the Northern Empire. Though scattered and leaderless, Chaos warbands still ravaged South, pillaging and destroying. Hard-pressed, the armies of the Elector Counts grew weary from constant war. Even as the first chill of autumn touched the air, Count Otto von Gruber of Ostermark gathered his forces east of the Middle Mountains to battle yet one more incursion. Amongst his captains was young Stefan von Kessel, a man with a reputation tainted by the execution of his grandfather for chaos worship, and whose brand-scarred face bore the mark of chaos itself.
Okay. Pretty epic intro. We are lacking this from in modern games. Close to the eastern border of the Empire, Count Otto von Gerber and Ostermark army prepared for a bloody battle against a fearsome Chaos Warband. See, we lack these ambience in modern games, if you ask me. Most of them.
From which we can bombard the enemy with our cannons. Captain Steimer will hold the line of this side of the River Osbeck, backed up by Captain Feldsturm's artillery.
What is my role, Count?
You will take a contingent across the river and attack the watchtower the Chaos forces are holding on the hill. Drive them back and secure that hill so Feldsturm can set up his battery on the higher ground.
The bulk of the forces of Chaos are marauders from the Chaos Wastes, the tribes of the Norse, Kurgan, and Hung. Tower of Darkness. Yeah, I love that all of these games have this epic ambience. Alright. Let me see one thing. Can I change the options? Damn. So I can use WSAD to move around the battlefield just like in Total War, instead of using this.
Men of the Empire, your time has come. From the walls of that tower we can strike forth at the hated slaves of darkness. The gods have offered up this hour for our vengeance, so grasp it with fervor and salve your anguish with the blood of the Northmen. Drive them back to their caves and take that tower!
Alright, we begin with... That's our hero unit. Let me see your abilities.
The southern cowards have found us! Kill them all!
What? So fast?
The gods have granted this day to earn our glory.
Well, this is our first battle, so...
The gods have granted this day to earn our glory.
So let's...
I will lead my men to
Let's use
victory.
our knowledge. First,
Ready and prepared.
those two.
Forward! Those infernal machines will be the end of us. They need to be destroyed before we can advance.
Rewards the bravest.
Oh, let's have a look at them. Oh, they are not Chaos.
For Magnus and the
I mean, the
Empire.
ones that we were facing in the cinematic.
I must change my position. Our advance must continue. Protect our land.
Oh, they're pretty intelligent.
The army of the Emperor is under attack.
I wonder if shooting them from behind will affect our units just like in Empire Total War. No, I don't think so. Good.
The might of Sigmar has crushed the foe.
The Empire will prevail.
So, gold.
Emperor commands. I will survey the battle from a new position.
Alright. I want to have
I will
that
survey the
turned
battle from a
on.
new position.
I would love to change the controls, but
The gods have granted this day to earn our glory.
oh, I'll do so later.
The foe have been spotted.
Alright, we just need to advance as far as I can tell. Or no, here it's the end of the map. We are clearly meant to
will survey the battle from a new position.
Nice touch. Dead people all over the place. Oh, wait. There's an oil barrel there.
I am needed over
Stand
there.
ground. Armor of contempt.
I shall be at the forefront of the fight. Fire at will! Ready and prepared.
Oh, wait.
Ready.
Shoot that thing.
Fire! The army of the
Hey, it
Emperor
worked.
is under attack. Sigma!
What's this? Volley. Fire.
That's not possible, my lord. That's not possible, my lord. Sigma is crushed the foe. Glory to the Empire! The Empire will prevail!
Increase the armor of the hero and the attached regiment by 2 last 20 seconds. Bonus per level plus 4.5 armor. Not enough power. Damages 3 enemy units in front of the hero.
It's ours again. Captain Feldstone can set up his battery from here.
Alright, they're just walking for now.
The gods have granted this day to earn our glory. I shall
Alright,
be at the
let's
forefront of the
remain
fight.
over here.
I will survey the battle from a new position.
And you two stay right there.
Forward!
Quests. Stefan must survive the battle. Alright, so the hero unit needs to survive. Destroy the Chaos Tower in the Chaos Marauders camp. Ah, this thing?
Firing positions.
Capture or destroy? Destroy. Alright.
Step lively there. That's not possible, my lord.
I can't do that.
Firing positions. The gods have granted this day to earn our glory. Of the Empire. I shall lead the army forth. Captain, look! It seems we're not fighting alone. Fire at will. The Empire will.
You ignorant savage! Take a fire
Uh,
at your hairy ass!
Can I control that? No, I cannot control that
The
guy.
Empire will prevail. Under attack. We shall rule the battlefield.
Alright, so this is interesting. We've got kind of like different... Where is it here? We've got kind of like different...
The might of Sigmar has crushed the foe. Praise Sigmar!
Lord Teclis has taught me the art of fire.
Fire at will!
The flames call to me. I must find more power.
The defense of the Glory to the Empire! Step lively there! Blow them apart!
What? You were in range. Look at that, they attacked us.
Glory to the Empire!
Run. Hey, wait, what's that?
The army of the Emperor is under attack.
Ah, the cannons are coming this way.
Shall tell of the great
Law of fire is mine to command.
There we go.
We shall
Grab that potion, please.
on the field. Move out!
I still need to adapt to the controls.
Ready and willing.
Alright, what now?
Onwards, brave lads!
Do I get to use the artillery or what?
The law of fire is mine to command.
History shall tell of the great feats of the Empire's heroes.
Are those guys shooting at us or what?
The wind of action blow.
All right. Nope.
Those abominations will kill no more men of the Empire. Signal the advance! Ready and prepared. Forward! Step lively there! Get moving, you slugs! Ready? March!
Can I use control groups?
We are yours to command.
Yes, I can. All Alright, then let's just slowly advance.
Ready, march!
Do I get to control the cannons? No. Okay.
What would you have me do, General? For the Empire! The quest is history shall tell the
and ruin shall spread.
heroes.
The Tower of Darkness, primary, the Bright Wizard secondary, Brave Wizard must survive the battle, retrieve the item within the Chaos Tower's ruins. Item.
Do what I can to bring victory.
I'd rather have
Army forth. As the flame seeks the fuel.
this guy.
For Magnus and the Empire!
Neutral passive barricade.
Is mine to command.
History shall tell of the great
Enchanted armor.
The Bright College offers its aid.
Right. They're walking, perfect.
Praise Sigma! Victory is yours!
And that's it. Alright. Pretty simple. Pretty simple. With yet another incursion by the forces of chaos turned back, Count Otobon...
Victory, wouldn't you say?
Way too fast.
I would have said hard fought, Captain Steimer. The priests of Moor will be busy for days burying the dead, don't you think?
A costly victory, yes, Captain von Kessel, but one that we had to achieve. Count Feuerbach's army has suffered many casualties these past months, and last week he took my advice to pull back his forces to Talabaya. If we had failed today, the Northmen would have killed everyone between here and Wolfenburg within days. Our army stands alone.
We cannot rest until the Chaos Filth are driven from Sigmar's realm.
Fine words, von Kessel. Though it is the traitors in our midst that concern me more than the Northman hordes.
If you have an accusation to make...
Enough! Word from the generals of Kislev is that another horde is gathering in the north. Warbands still roam freely. The safety of the Empire is far from assured at the moment. We must strike hard against this invasion and choke it in its infancy. We must attack where they are gathering.
I would be honored, my lord.
No, I need you with my army. Von Kessel will head north and seek out their camp.
As you command, my lord. Where would you have me march?
Travel east and north, via Esterdorf if you need to resupply, and press on further northwards. There are regiments from my army and others on patrol in the region. Gather up any of them if you can. We will need as many men as possible for the battles ahead.
I hope you can be trusted. Disobedience is in the blood.
My loyalty is to the Empire alone.
Remember the story at the beginning of the campaign about his father, about his grandfather, I believe it was. All right, that was a pretty solid start, pretty solid tutorial and start, if you ask me. Oh, before Stefan leaves the camp, Otobon Graver orders one of his halberdier regiments to join Stefan's army. Oh. Okay. Oh. Okay. Alright, we are going to do all of the optional missions, of course. Make camp. Tower of Darkness. Can I save at least? Yes, I can save between battles. That's awesome. Autosave campaign. Let's say, just in case. Save one. See, that's how you told. That's how you are able to tell that I'm an old school player. I always have a manual save just in case. Kind of like an instinct. I instinctively do that. Garlic. What happens if I do this? Ah! Okay, backpack. Enchanted armor. Sword, blows, and arrows bounce off harmlessly from this suit of magically strengthened armor. Price 125 gold. You have 6,250 gold. I don't know where. Ah, and I also have the Bright Wizard with me. Morian Ring, plus 5% shooting damage. Resistance. Maybe it would be wise to attach this guy to the handgunners eventually. View background. Hey, we have lore here. Okay. Ah, okay, it's like the Wizards of the Bright Order study the lore of the fire of or pyromancy that lies under the province of the seventh lore of magic, which is called the Wind of Akshi. All flame becomes a vortex of Akshi magic, and the rites of the Bright College are rites of fire. By means of the powers, the Bright Wizards control both magic and flame. And theirs is one of the most spectacular and impressive of all sorceries. Bright Wizards are held above all others when it comes to battle. They know many spells of destruction, and their ability to cast flames and fiery blasts is a very visible reminder of their great power. A Bright Wizard can wield flame like a sword, and he can raise a curtain of fire to confound his enemies. Let's see Stefan. Stefan has believed since he was young that his grandfather, the one who caused the disaster apparently, and father were worshippers of chaos. Both of them. Branded as an infant, he bears the scars of this suspicion physically as well as mentally. So the children of those who were suspected of that, they used to leave that mark. Alright, there you have a bit of Warhammer lore. Sorry because of my ignorance of the Warhammer universe. I just play video games about Warhammer. I love them, but I don't know much about the lore. I love the phrases though. Blessed is the mind, too small for that. Yeah, like that one. Physically as well as mentally. His family stripped of their titles and wealth. Stefan has made a life for himself in the Empire. He is determined to prove his loyalty to the Empire and has a fiery dedication to Sigmar. He loathes chaos in all of its guises and is vehement that the Empire will be victorious against the warbands invading from the north. I love the excellent range of vocabulary old school games have. Have you noticed that? That older games have a much wider range of vocabulary than modern games. Have you noticed that? Vehement, it's been so much time since I've seen that word in a video game. I love it. As English teacher, yeah, I certainly love that. I certainly love when games use such a rich range of vocabulary, such a rich amount of vocabulary. He's an educated man and a veteran of war over the past few years, with a confidence and tone of command honed on bloody battlefields across the Empire. Alright. How about these guys? Handgunners are highly true. Well, whatever. Can I buy something? No. Garlic. So I just right click there and
Praise Sigmar. It's been a long while since we saw an army in these parts.
Hi there.
And the northern warbands grow bolder every day. We have a fine inn for those who wish to relax. You may find more men willing to join you at the barracks. If it's supplies you'll be needing, then we have a man with some talent with a hammer and anvil, and also a specialist in more exotic goods, an alchemist by trade. There's a shrine too for those wishing for something a bit more spiritual for their refreshment.
As Stefan and his army reach the village of Garlic, a small contingent of militia assembles on the road to meet them. Okay. Near the main route between the city of Wolfenberg and the Kislev port of Erengard, Garlic is a prosperous settlement. Its merchants know that there are few outposts before the Kislev border and make a tidy profit from soldiers and adventurers heading north. Or those fortunate enough to be returning south again. Like many villages of its kind, it is a small flicker of civilization amidst the dark wilderness that covers much of the empire. Okay, what do we have here? Enter the temple, enter the armory, enter the barracks, enter the alchemist. Oh. Well, guess we'll learn as we play. Enter the barracks. Ah, it's a limited amount. It's a limited amount. Halberdiers? What's the difference between the halberdiers and swordsmen? These ones are effective against cavalry, I assume. Most common type of Empire State troops, because which you look to counter to have a standing force of halberdiers. The Empire halberd is a heavy weapon, capable of integral damage, and is best used against armored enemies. Ah, no. Or very tough creatures such as orcs. Alright, so no, they are used. I don't think there's cavalry in this game. I may be wrong, but for now, I think these guys are useful against, yeah, big units. Okay. Set up by the mercenary Captain Herman van Bannen several years before the Great War, the Kriegering, sorry if I butchered that name, became a popular hiring post for those sell swords not welcome in cities of the Empire, usually for reasons best not discussed in polite company. During the war, Magnus used the Kriegering as a mustering point for his eastern army on his way to Kislev from Middenheim. It has been maintained as a barracks for the Count's armies for the last year. Okay. Enter the alchemist. Oh, potions. Well, not only potions, I guess items for the hero unit. Blade of Slaying. So that would go right here. Staff of Transference. Minor Magical Infusion. Cooldown time reduced. War Banner. Minus 20% to all morale losses. That's pretty much mandatory, and it's only 100 gold. Ah, but it's just a one-use. Minor Power Stone. So this replenishes mana. No, we'll grab the blade, I guess. Right here. And this goes in the backpack, like for those oh shit moments when you're about to lose. It's kind of like the red panic bottom for now. Medium healing potion. I'll take those. Thank you. But no more, because I bet we'll find a lot of wizard. This is for you, I believe. Enter the armory. What do I get here? Damn. Mounts. War Horse. Increases HP, movement speed, and stamina of the hero. The hero also gains the large attribute. What's that? The large attribute. It doesn't let me. Ah, it's for the normal units. Okay, so this is much more important. Magic banners. No more available. Then we'll transfer these to these guys, I guess. Or not. Can I do that? Sorry. Let me see. Sorry. Second level weapon. Armor. First level armor. It increases exponentially, I guess. Yes, exponentially. 150. So we can improve that. Weapon and armor. Increases morale regeneration by 30%. 40 gold. A unit in the regiment is extra strong. Good. Increases the maximum morale of the regiment by 15%. Enables the regiment to be equipped with magic banners. We'll begin with this, I guess. Especially the armor. For these guys, because I mean, they're kind of like those risking their lives. And I don't want to lose units because, as you can see, they get experience. So yeah. So units carry over from one mission to another. You need to be careful. And for these guys, is a chance to hit. And in this case, yes, chance to hit. We'll save our goal and go straight for this one. Handgunners shouldn't suffer losses at all. Can I replenish these forces or what? Can I replenish them or what? The Holsteins have been blacksmiths for a... Well, I bet you must have read it by now, so I'm not gonna read it for you. Enter the temple. Temple services. A modest shrine to Sigmar. Yeah, if I remember correctly, Sigmar was kind of like the god emperor in the classic Warhammer universe instead of 40k. Because in 40k they just call him the emperor, but then here they say Sigmar. I bet there's a long and pretty detailed explanation I would be delighted to hear from a Warhammer fan, but I don't have it right now with me. Gerlach's chapel is run by brother Theo Van Devel, a veteran of the fighting at the Battle of the Fighting. A veteran fighter, I would say, at the Battle of the Gates of Kislev. Wounded by the followers of Chaos, Van Devel can no longer follow his calling by accompanying the Emperor's army. Oh, so sad. Honest and pious. See the range of the vocabulary if I were examining the vocabulary in different games, I would say modern games have terrible vocabulary in comparison to these ones, and the developers of these are from Hungary, so you get the point. He will pray long and hard for any man who fights against the dark hordes of the north. Okay. Full replacements. Yeah. Replace one unit. Full replacements. Here. Full replacements. Thank you. Full replacements. Full replacements. What's this? Morale. Increases the starting morale in the next battle by 100% for the selected units. Bless. Increases the chance to hit in the next battle by 5% after a missed attack. For the selected unit. Price 100 gold. Ah, but this is for each unit now. Okay. So I should purchase these ones, but I don't have enough. I don't have enough gold. I think it's a pretty solid formation because my main idea is to preserve my units. Now, question. Can I distribute my skill tree points for the hero units here? Or do I need to do that in battle? Yes, I'm able to do so. Perfect. Alright, so many options, so many things to learn about. I love this part as well. Master of the Hunt. So, increases the range attack, chance to hit by 5% per level. But this guy uses a melee weapon, a sword. We already have that one. Master of the Hunt, but so he can switch between ranged and melee weapons. How? Well, I don't know. Available points just 2. Oh. Hand of Sigmar. Increases the hero's next damage by 1 hit. Bonus per level, 10% chance to hit. Why is there so many so many abilities which increase the chance to hit? Gives 5% chance to do 1 extra damage. Hero land. The blows of the hero land heavily upon his opponent, causing grievous wounds. Armor of Contempt. Increases the armor of the hero and the attached regiment by 2 lasts for 10 seconds. Bonus per level plus 0.5 armor. There you can tell that it's British English. Because it says armor with U. Also honor. They are all pretty British. That's how I learned English. But nowadays I mostly lean towards American English because I know it's much more common. But if I were to choose, yes, the correct word due to the origin would be armor with U, armor. Also honor with that final slight U. I know I am unbearable. I am unbearable. Please understand. It's what I've dedicated my life to study. It's my passion. Such is the disdain the hero holds for the enemy so that his soldiers shrug off their wounds and fight on. Love that British English. Points to you. Kudos to you. There we go. There we go. Ready to go. So we are right there. Okay. Let's save again. I'm not doing that again. Savior. Also with you. Yes, a perfect British English. This guy's from Hungary. Empire forces have been attacked by a horde of vicious greenskins, and Stefan must relieve them before they are overwhelmed. Retreat, fight. No, we are going to fight. Oh, was it? Empire forces have been attacked. Ah. So I cannot use the full extent of my army. So it's not that easy. It's not that easy. It's not just bringing clear every unit. Create a recommended army from the force pool. Alright. Ha. No. We're going to use these guys because we need them to gather some experience. This is something the artificial intelligence cannot understand, apparently. And no, we'll use these guys. We'll use these swordsmen. Can I see the experience? Yeah, I can see it there. Oh, okay, so we're going to use these guys, and they have no experience. Okay. So these guys, I want them to level up. I want these guys to level up, and these ones. Alright. Let's go. I love how many things you need to take into account. Orcs are powerful and aggressive warriors, which is more than can be said for goblins, whose only advantage is their numbers. Yes. I should have brought the halberdiers. My bad. But well. Well. Oh. We're in control of the battlefield. Completely. So I want to see if this guy can change to ranged weapons. No, he doesn't have any kind of ranged weapons. No. So why is it that his skill tree has this Master of the Hunt? Well, I forgot to distribute the points for this one. No. Enough. Where's that regiment? No, not this one, this one. Alright, I can tell the experience there. Remain with them. Yeah, I brought some. I brought halberdiers. Perfect. We'll need them, because we're going up against orcs. Where's the other one? No, this one. Here.
Do not be afraid. I can control my powers.
Okay.
The Emperor rewards the bravest.
Like this. Perfect.
Victory or death! Smoke and ruin shall spread.
The quest is not as it first seemed.
Prepare for battle. Our comrades are beset, but we shall deliver them from this filthy horde. Move swiftly and decisively. With courage and strength, we shall destroy the greenskins before they know they are doomed. Strike like the hammer of Sigmar himself.
Come on, greenskin scum! You'll pay in blood!
Wait. Wait. Wait, because we could take this shortcut, but I want more experience for my troops. Alright, they're in range. What are you waiting for?
The ground is boggy here and will slow you down. March around the mud and mires.
The army of the Emperor is under attack. It's not possible, my lord.
Oh, I forgot to charge.
The gods have granted this day to earn our glory. I shall be where the fighting is thickest.
Sigmar, grant us victory!
I wanted to attack those guys, but well.
Lord Teclis has taught me the art of fire.
Come on, I'm way too slow.
Fight for the Empire!
Shoot them.
Destruction are yours to command.
Now is the moment. Charge.
Shall prevail.
These barricades will make ideal firing positions.
Make use of them. Lord Teclis has taught me the art of fire.
The might of Sigmar has crushed the foe.
Come on, advance, then you can finish them off by the time they run like that. Go ahead.
Burn!
Come on. Use your fireball. Awesome.
Follow the flame.
Our orders are clear. Sigmar has crushed the foe. On to victory! The foe have been
Victory is
spotted.
assured. There will be no respite while one foe draws breath.
Hey, the phrase is a bit different.
Advance must continue.
While the enemies of the Empire still draw breath, there can be no peace. That's kind of like the 40k version. Hey! Hey, look at that!
Our advance must continue.
Hey, look at that!
Captain, the Greenskins have trolls with them. What should we do?
Hey, look at that! They tried to flank us.
You cannot escape the flame.
Ready and willing. Fire, fire, fire! For Magnus and the Empire! Sigmar, grant us victory! The Emperor is under attack.
Hey, pretty good. Pretty good, they are pretty good.
With bitter bloodshed, we will earn victory.
Death and glory! For Magnus and the Empire!
Lord Teclis has taught me the art of fire.
Pretty good.
Offers its aid.
The might of Sigmar has crushed the
The
foe.
Emperor rewards the bravest. There shall be no retreat.
We await your orders. On the left! Move out!
There is bloody work to be done this day.
What can the fire college do for you?
Hey, there we have a troll. Shoot that troll. And you guys kill him, I guess?
Back to their holes.
Oh, they're still alive.
Fire is mine to command.
Oh no.
We await your orders.
Wait, this... Well, this is pretty interesting for my first try.
Ready and willing. Full volley!
We should probably do something about that troll.
I come from the colleges of magic. Lord Teclis has taught me the art of fire.
Make sure they all die. Otherwise... Well, I'm not sure how we were supposed to win this, I guess. Okay.
Fire at will. The gods have granted this day to earn our glory. Defeat is
Hey, look at that.
impossible.
I must find more power.
Hey, look at that. I think we're winning.
Retreat.
We have learned much from the elves.
Kill the greenskin bastards. Kill them all.
There we go. Perfect.
Fight for the Empire.
Spotted. That's not possible, my lord. That's not possible, my lord. That's not possible, my lord. Great Sigmar!
There will be no respite while one foe draws breath.
The
Victory
allies
is
of the
assured.
Empire beset.
Lord Teclis has taught me the art of fire.
Come on.
The Empire will prevail. Victory is assured. I must change my position.
Come on. Chase them.
Sigmar has crushed the foe.
I think I was not meant to attack so many of them at the same time.
Shall lead the army forth.
But I'm pleased that they...
I am needed over there. I must change my position.
I'm pleased that they flanked me.
We shall
The artificial intelligence was pretty good. I think we killed them all. Let's see, this swamp would have led us over here, more or less, I guess. That would have made the mission much easier. But well.
We shall make our stand. Our advance must continue.
I'm sure this would have led us straight into the camp. Could it be? No. No, not at all.
Our advance must continue.
What's in there?
I am needed over there.
So, if you try to get through a lake or something like that, through a swamp, your units are more vulnerable.
We shall rule the
Well,
battlefield.
not too shabby for my first battle, my first real battle. I mean, we got flanked.
Spotted.
Oh. Oh, a troll. Oh. Orc Arrow boys. Orc boys. Get
We shall
inside,
rule the
please.
battlefield.
Let's see if they move. Okay. More or less like this.
I shall be where the fighting is thickest.
Alright.
The history shall tell of the great feats of the Empire's heroes.
Oh. Great. Do I have control? No.
Glory to the Empire!
Alright, position yourselves.
Destruction to the Emperor's foes.
Remember the deeds of Sigmar. Slaughter these savages.
Preceptor Kurt Luiten, well,
We have
we'll try to protect you as much.
More enemies. Kill them. Kill them now.
Oh.
Glory to the Empire!
All on that troll.
The darkness shall not defeat us!
Everyone attack that troll.
Grant us victory!
What would you have?
The other troll now.
Crush the foe. There shall be no retreat.
You go for the ranged units.
Just, my lord.
We have learned much from the elves.
How about this? So there is cavalry in this game. Awesome.
I shall leave a scorched trail.
Kill that troll, please. Oh, they also have magic. That's new.
Wind of action blows strong.
Sigmar has crushed the foe. I am needed over there. Our orders are clear.
Grab that potion.
I shall be where the fighting is thickest.
What would you have me do, General?
Come on, we can still gather a lot of experience here.
Fire.
The army of the Emperor.
Protect our lands. Guard our people.
Ah, wait. He wanted to duel.
To be done this day.
He wanted to duel.
I am needed elsewhere. Fight bravely, my men.
He wanted to duel.
We fight for the count. Keep those weapons up.
Protect our lands. Guard our people.
So, offensive tactics. I bet this will grant our hero a lot of experience.
I will make it so. I am needed
Stuff
over
of
there.
sorcery.
I shall be at the forefront of the fight.
Enemy hero has died.
There shall
What
be
now?
no retreat.
Quests. Stefan must survive the battle. Stefan and his army must reach Court Luiten's camp to the north. Defend. Court Luiten must survive the battle. Oh, right, so we are not
Be at the
through
forefront
yet.
of the fight.
They could come back.
What is your command, General? The gods have granted this day to earn our glory.
Alright, we'll leave these guys here.
My lord. Taking up new positions.
Let's just hope they survive.
The general. Move.
Victory is assured.
That'll help us.
Death and glory! Forward!
So,
Step lively there!
are they still alive or what?
Ready? March!
I shall lead the army forth.
Version of sustenance +1 to the max state HP of the hero, single use. Oh, let's use that. I bet it's a permanent bonus. I bet it's a permanent bonus. Oh. Ah, there they are. Careful. Melee goblins. If they reach us, we could be in trouble. We could be in trouble.
History shall tell of the great feats of the Empire's hero.
Grab the potion, please.
Praise Sigma!
Yep.
Victory is
You need to be fast. Once you hear that, praise the Emperor or whatever, praise Sigmar or whatever. Kill, the hero's killed, very well. That was pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good. I'm loving the structure for the gameplay. Pretty straightforward.
God bless you. You're a welcome arrival. Master Kurt Leuten. I'm Captain Stefan von Kessel, here with messages from Count Gruber. I was warned of Chaos warbands all over this area, but there was no mention of orcs.
This was just a raiding force. Our patrols found a camp to the east, but there's too many of them. I have another detachment to the north. With your men, we can hunt the orcs down.
Our orders are quite specific. We are to march northwards with all speed. Master Leuten, the Count needs your aid in fighting the Northmen.
My men will be here to protect the road and the villages against orcs. Until that army has been scattered, I'm not going anywhere.
We need every soldier we can get to fight the Northmen. Another horde is gathering, one that will make the orcs seem like a mere nuisance. Talabayam itself could fall. Thousands of women and children slaughtered.
All right. I'll leave enough men to patrol the road, and I'll take the rest to muster with the Count.
Thank you. You are a man who knows his duty.
Okay. After the victorious battle, Stefan's warriors searched the dead bodies of the enemy and found 3,500 gold. Can I go back to the... Ah, perfect. So... I bet it's pretty easy to spot which regiments participated in this battle. Oh, that's a lot of gold for a full replacement. Okay. Yeah, we don't know if the next battle will allow us to use more troops. +1 armor, brazen helmet, forged from enchanted bronze to be tougher than steel. This helmet grants more protection than its appearance would suggest. Okay, that's for sure. And here we have pretty much nothing. Backpack, we've got... we've got this. Staff of Sorcery, plus 5% side range, plus 10% to all spells. Which of course this. Give this to our wizard, please. Minor Power Stone. Power Pool. Where do I use this? Where do I have to place this? Magic resistance, power 150 to power pool. Here? Is this a weapon or what? Single use. No. Single use. Plus to power pool. Well, but the power pool affects everything. No, this is not as good as the other one. I guess we have the first item to sell of the game that we encounter in the game. Where is it? Here. chance to hit. That's imperative for these guys. Level 2. Level 2. This one. And this one as well. Because I'm sure we'll be able to use 3. What? Here. This one. So you have 300 and I don't have enough. Right, but the rest here. Okay. Alright. Perhaps I shouldn't have replenished all of my forces. Probably. Save 1. Overwrite, indeed. Crossroad. The road to Easterdorf leads eastwards, while Kurt Luiten insists there is a large orc camp to the north. Retribution, Green Dawn optional. You bet we are doing the optional mission. The rampaging greenskins have slaughtered the people that lived here and made their camp. There must be vengeance, indeed. I tried to read that slowly. Handgunners. No, wait. Let me check the experience. Alright. Ah, but these ones don't have the... Alright, for now, you know what? We are going to use these, because they are not letting me use more units. Okay. I'm beginning to think swordsmen level up at a much slower pace than handgunners. Maybe because they kill less units. Let's go. We're playing on hard mode, so I'll use my best troops in this case. Orc armies are easy to find. The great campfires they build, the destruction left in their wake, and the dang idols they build are all obvious signs to follow. Oh. Pretty interesting. Oh. Hey, I think their appearance changed a bit. Could it be? No. Maybe the hats. Well, whatever. Maybe I'm hallucinating.
Protect our lands, guard our people. I will lead my men to victory.
Do not be afraid. I can control my powers.
Ready and willing. Ready and prepared. Death and glory!
What would you have me do, General?
Okay.
The Bright College offers its aid.
Okay.
The quest is not as it first
2,500 years ago, our Lord Sigmar triumphed at Blackfire Pass. Remind the greenskins of that victory today. Be brave and show no mercy.
Well, there we have the signposts. Quests. I love how it always says the quest is not as it first seemed. Maybe because of... There are no optional objectives here. Stefan must survive, seek out the orc camp, kill the orc war boss at the orc camp, destroy all 10 buildings within your orc, right? Search and destroy. Let me check the range. Let them come to us. Ah, they're not that stupid, I guess. So we'll advance. They're pretty close. And they have no support. So let's run right now. No, you'll remain over here. And now, attack.
The army of giant Sigma, help us! It won't even feel our bullets!
What? What does it mean?
Stand firm!
Don't tell me they are unaffected by.
Your soldiers are ready, my lord.
Remember, slash and thrust!
I follow the flame.
No. Don't chase. Slowly advance.
We took the Emperor's shilling.
The might of Sigma has crushed the foe. Make ready to move!
The roar of fire is mine.
They have no cover. Just attack them.
I bring destruction to the Emperor's foes.
Save us!
Fire, fire, fire!
Come on.
The might of Sigma has crushed the foe. Storm of lead!
We shall rout the scum from the field. The enemy will pay with their blood.
Is under attack.
Remember your training.
Lord Teclis has taught me the art of fire. What would you have me do, General?
Finish off those guys. They are going to return otherwise.
By the power of the white flame! The bright college offers its aid.
Ensure they don't come back.
Power of Akshi, destroy them! I bring destruction to the Emperor's foes. Wind of Akshi, heed my call!
The might of
I am
Sigma
needed
has
over
crushed
there.
the foe.
Perfect. Completely annihilated.
Dorf
See?
sent me.
They're fleeting, but
Defeat is impossible.
A fire
alright, advance.
chooses
Come
its
over here
path.
quickly.
We have learned much from the elves.
Fight for the Empire! Will follow me!
We took the Emperor's shilling.
Might of Sigma has
Giant.
crushed the foe.
Protect our lands.
So that's not an orc. So that's not a troll, sorry. Alright, let's regroup a bit. No, don't run. We need to preserve our stamina. Look at that thing.
Survey the battle from new position.
Alright.
You cannot escape the flames!
Oh no.
I shall be where the fighting is thickest.
Your soldiers are ready, my lord. I will do what I can to bring victory.
The Emperor rewards the bravest.
We have learned much from the elves. The wind of Akshi blows strong here.
Whoa.
The army of the Emperor is under
I will do what I can to bring victory. We have learned much from the
Sigma
elves.
has crushed the foe.
Alright, I should detach the mage.
Colleges of
Because I cannot
as the moth is drawn to the
I cannot select the Bolifier for that second unit.
There will be no respite while one foe draws breath.
See, we lost a lot of health. There was no need for that.
There shall be no retreat. There shall be no
So
retreat.
grab it. Is the backpack full or what?
wind of
Alright,
Akshi
grab
blows
grab
strong
that.
here.
Okay. Grab that.
The wind of
And let's
Akshi blows
regroup.
strong here.
No, don't run.
Flame seeks the fuel.
Foe have been spotted.
Indeed, I see them. That must be the war boss, indeed. Ah,
And ruin
some of the troops I've already killed.
all to me.
Some of them.
I must find more.
I love how it says models instead of units.
Puny coward. I'll soon sort you out.
I bet this Guys are way too aggressive.
North have sent me.
Fire at will! You is gonna get a right chopping. Ready?
Oh, he's asking for a duel. No, what are you doing? Come over here.
Your troops await your command.
Ah, he died way too fast for the duel. Where's the count? Not the count. Stefan.
Ready and willing.
There we go.
I command the powers of pyromancy.
Well, what are you waiting for?
Arrows! You cannot escape the flames.
The might of Sigmar has crushed the foe. Trumpets are no good here.
The gods have granted this day to earn our glory.
They killed them all.
Wind of action blows strong here.
Fireball over there. Damn, they killed the
Defeat is impossible.
they killed the mage.
What is your command, General?
The Empire will prevail.
Damn. Oh, look at that.
It's under attack.
We got flanked.
Advance at my command.
Oh, what a disaster.
Attention to orders. Get ready to move, you rotten soldiers.
Blow them apart. Death and glory.
So, can I revive the mage? That's the question.
The Emperor rewards the bravest.
Stefan must survive. Alright, so just Stefan.
Shall rule the battlefield.
Ready and prepared.
Remember your training.
Sigmar has crushed the foe.
The Empire will prevail. Fight for the Empire.
Alright, we still have to destroy the tents. Get to that in the meantime.
Loaded and eager, my lord.
Drive them back to their holes.
The might of Sigmar has crushed the Empire.
Get in there.
Nice flanking maneuver back there. I must grant them that.
Get in there and kill them.
Whoa, I still need to adjust to the camera.
We shall rout the scum from the field.
Come on, what are you waiting for? I wonder if there's loot here to be had.
Defeat is impossible.
Let me
Victory is assured.
bring the hero unit here.
Advance must continue.
Get moving, you slugs.
Yes, there's loot.
The Emperor commands.
Glory to the Empire.
Get in there and kill them. Get in there and kill them.
Sigmar, grant us victory.
We shall rout the scum from the field.
Well, we'll see if we can indeed
Stand firm.
revive the mage.
We shall rout the scum from the field.
See why I didn't destroy the final tent yet.
Get moving, you slugs.
Alright, we were flanked again. That's pretty good. I see this is a common
The Empire will prevail.
maneuver.
Our advance must continue.
Shoot that position.
The Empire will prevail.
Alright.
The gods have granted this day to earn our glory. I must change my position.
Ah, there are two
I shall
more.
storm the stronghold. I shall storm the stronghold. Fight for the Empire. Victory is assured. I shall storm the stronghold. I shall storm the stronghold. Our orders are clear.
150 gold.
We shall make our stand.
Well,
Empire's glory to the Empire. Quick march.
there we go. I think it will finish right now. When he says that, indeed.
Victory is yours.
The time will tell of the Empire's great achievement today. That's our cue that we should gather all of the loot immediately. That's our cue. When he says the might of the Empire has prevailed, they will remember the courage of today. That's our cue. After a victorious battle, to loot everything. Stefan's warrior searched the dead body and found 350 more gold. Let's see if I can revive the hero unit. Resurrect hero. There it is. 1,000 gold. I should be more careful in the future. 1,000 gold. Let's 4 replacements. There we go. 4 replacements. There we go. If they keep limiting the amount of units I am able to use per battle, I think I'll limit myself to only replace those units I need. Barracks. Well, I could bring more units with me, but no. Let's see the armory. Okay. It's extra strong. Increases the morale regeneration. Maximum morale of the regiment and magic banners. No, but marksmen. Are they exclusive to each other, these unit additions? Well, we have a 2,346 gold. We could increase the armor, but it's not the most important thing. Swordsmen, halberdiers. I know, but our swordsmen. These are level 2 swordsmen, and these are level 1, so, you know. Good. Warmonger. No, but wait, because if we are challenged to a duel, we can at least strike. Gives 5% you land heavily upon the opponent, causing grievous one. Gives 5% chance to do 1 extra damage. Yeah, we need that. Hand of Sigmar increases the hero next damage. Gives 5% chance to do 1 extra. No, 5% chance. Yeah, but times 5. I have. Do I have 5 available points? 1. No, I just have 1. So I will save that last point for later. How about you? Flaming Shield of Honor. The armor by 25%. There's will be reflecting. That was pretty easy to decide. Spell focus, cooldown is useless if you don't have power, so decrease the attacker's chance to hit with upper level, be 25 points to spend, available points 0. Well, see, that was easy to decide. These guys, chance to hit. Alright, chance to hit. Third level weapons by 2, by 1.33. I don't think it will make a huge difference. Oh well. Champion. Morale regeneration? No. Morale has been okay so far. Yes, they are not exclusive. So, we'll do this, and we'll do this. And... no. Yes. Increases morale regeneration. No, morale regeneration is... maximum morale by 15. That's much more solid. But no, I don't want to waste everything. No, I wanted to sell this. Can I sell this? How do I sell that? Here. Sell. sell. I don't like consumables. I generally don't like consumables. I'd rather have permanent bonuses. What do I have here? Alright, I have a lot of things. Hey, we've got some boots of leaping, 5% movement speed. We've got some things. Armor of Contempt, single use, increases the armor of the hero and the attacks of the regiment. I'll leave that one. This one. Medium magical infusion, single use, cooldown time reduced by 30 seconds. The raw essence of magic, liquid, more efficiently. Cooldown time reduced. I know, forget about it. Minor power stone, forget about it as well. Amulet of Shalia, single use, refills your units. 25 HP charge. Can only be equipped. The hero uses the amulet to plus the area around. Ah, but this heals. This is here an area of effect healing. Okay. Armor of, well, these ones are pretty good to sell. So yeah. Enough armory. This one, increasing the maximum morale, could be, or I think this is much more important. In case we get flanked. In case we're flanked, that's much more important. And here, I'll just give this morale boost to the swordsman. Okay. I think we are pretty much prepared for anything after that. Now I can see it. I can see it right now that we'll be allowed to use more troops and it will be useless. And we should have simply brought more troops. But well, we have some more regiments. The Elden Walled Patrol. Let's go over there then.
Make your report.
Oh.
I'm Wolfgang Spitzen of the Oldenwald Patrol. We've been tracking raiders south of here.
Count Gruber is ordering a muster of all soldiers in the area.
The trail is getting colder. We can join you if that's your order, Captain von Kessel.
Is it? Or what? Ah. Nothing at all. Retribution, let's go. The town of Easterndorf has been under attack by the forces of Chaos. The town is only thinly defended and its defenses have already been breached. Easterndorf will fall to this final attack if the Chaos Horde is not defeated. No, it's the same. There you go. And now let's use our improved units. See why it is important to play the tutorial. Hey, Huntsmen. But they're pretty weak if you ask me. Do they have any special? In the Empire, the bow is the classic weapon of the human. And these troops are normally organized into small groups of skirmishers who support the regimented units in battle. Trappers and hunters from the northern provinces, such as Ostland, are often called to serve in special units called Huntsmen, which are employed to scout ahead now. They are pretty weak. Maybe for normal difficulty they are useful, but not here. I don't think so. Here we go. I'm beginning to see the difference between normal mode and hard mode, I guess, because those were meant to be used in normal mode. Chaos Marauders are brave, unpredictable warriors, but there are far more deadly creatures in the armies of the Chaos Gods. I bet there are. I certainly bet there are. Oh. I assume those guys are our allies. Yes, Sigmar. I see the Warhammer there. Erstendorf, the captain. And the handgunners of Estendorf. Oh, we have to defend here. Have to defend this place. Interesting, interesting. I love a good defense mission.
Death and glory!
Alright, so I assume we need to cover this. No,
Advance on the enemy!
no, we'll do this instead. Since they don't have a lot of handgunners, but they have swordsmen and halberdiers. They just need ranged
Advance on the enemy!
cover. And here
I bring destruction to the
we'll
Emperor's foes.
leave the rest of our troops here. I assume it works like this, more or less.
Men of the Empire, Erstadorf must not fall. Avenge the fallen and bring honor to the lands of Sigmar.
Alright. I'll bring honor to the lands of
One
Sigmar.
last effort, my brave soldiers! Send these barbarians to the realm of Mar!
Alright, more or less like this. This is a pretty excellent coverage. The range. Here they could attack us from there, but well. What? What? So convenient.
This day to earn our glory.
I command the powers of pyromancy. The flames
Oh.
call to me.
So the idea here is to confuse me.
I shall leave a scorched
By sending troops from all flanks.
Victory or death!
Don't think so.
The allies of the Empire
Be
is
afraid.
set.
I can control my powers.
Alright.
Gods have granted this day to earn our glory.
Let's go.
And honor!
And just in case they attack here, I have my two handgunner regiments. We can easily dispatch them,
College offers its aid.
but looks like they're coming from there or what? Esterndorf
The might of
Cottage.
Sigmar has crushed the foe.
The bright college offers its aid.
Annihilated. So what's the deal here?
As the moth is drawn to the
What, they're destroying that cottage? Yes, they are.
my anger fans the flames of your
Foe has been
destruction.
spotted.
Slowly. Slowly, just walk over there. I don't think that cottage will make any difference.
The allies of the Empire beset.
Ah, just as I thought. Just as I thought, they needed a bit of cover. There. So unless they attack from this position, we're
Line! Throw these scum back!
Wrong here.
alright. Let's knock the door. There we go. The reaction I expected. I'm over here. Ah, one at a time. Better for me. Ah, they're not that
I shall be
stupid.
at the forefront of the fight.
Let's see how our handgunners are doing.
Sigmar has crushed the foe.
Absolutely. God damn it.
The army
First
of the
mistake.
Empire is under attack.
They, well, not mine. They rushed into battle.
Beset. Pray Sigmar! Blow 'em
Come on.
apart!
Get rid of them.
The gods have granted this day to earn our glory.
Of Sigmar has crushed the foe.
Nice, I forgot to charge here
Victory is assured.
and use my abilities.
Bitter bloodshed, we will earn victory!
What can the Fire College do for you?
The might of Sigmar has crushed the foe.
Protect our lands, guard our people.
There we go. The spin attack seems to have worked. Alright, go back over there.
Magic grows stronger.
You grab that. Oh,
Our orders are clear.
how are we doing here?
I must change my position.
Minimize the HUD. Oh, interesting.
We await your orders. Get moving, you slugs! The allies of the Empire beset.
These guys over here.
Your allies in Altdorf have sent me.
Ah,
Forward!
Well, pretty interesting.
The bright college offers its aid. Smoke and ruin shall spread.
It's a shame that I don't have a kind of like a hit point bar
Get moving, you slugs!
for the
We
buildings.
have learned much from the elves.
Come
I
on,
will do
run.
what I can to bring victory. Fire at will.
Shoot them, come on.
Fire! For the Empire! Praise Sigma!
What are you doing?
Step lively there! The army of the Emperor is under attack. We are yours to command.
What are you doing? What's with you? What's wrong with you? Oh my god, they are engaging in melee. What's this? Why?
Ready and prepared. Fire at will!
They were out of range or something.
North have sent me.
Ready and prepared.
Oh my god, what a disaster.
Ready.
How about we regroup? Everything seems to be quiet over here. Alright, let's regroup because you guys are a bit stupid, sadly.
Advance at my command. Ready.
Or there's a problem with line of sight. I don't know.
Advance on the enemy. Onwards, brave lads. Get moving, you slugs. The allies of the Empire beset.
There we go.
The army of the Emperor is under attack.
We have learned.
Ah, they are ranged units.
We have learned much from the elves.
There will be no respite while one foe draws breath.
Let me check something. There we go.
We await your orders.
Alright, so you need to select the units.
Glory
Okay.
to the Empire! Fight for the Empire!
The gods have granted this day to earn our glory.
The might of Sigmar has
I
crushed the
command the
foe.
powers of pyromancy.
Grab that potion. I bet those guys
The powers of pyromancy.
are going to attack us anytime soon. There we go.
A fire
Alright.
chooses its own path.
Their stamina is pretty good.
The foe have been spotted.
A fire chooses its own path. I must find more power. The bright college offers its aid.
Death and glory! Forward!
Is that a hill or what? No, it's not a hill. No, 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 no. It's not a hill. My bad.
Forward!
It's not a hill. Damn, they are advancing. I cannot let those guys run to their deaths.
Step lively there! The allies of the Empire beset. Ready? Fire!
Come on. Help them.
Yes, my lord. The foe have been
I
spotted.
bring destruction to the Emperor's foes. My anger fans the flames of your destruction.
Give them hot lead! Full volley!
First, the one which is about to rout.
Fire! Death and glory! The gods have abandoned us!
There we go. I was waiting to use that.
Scum from the field.
Hey, what's that? Amulet of... Oh!
Needed over there.
Right there.
We shall
Everyone,
rule the battle.
right over there. It will heal you.
There is bloody work to be done this day.
I shall leave a scorched trail.
The might
We need to fight right there.
my lord, the foe. Independent fire!
I am needed over there.
For Magnus and the Empire!
We have learned much from the elves. The bright college
The
offers
army
its
of the
aid.
Emperor is under attack, ready and willing. The might of Sigmar has crushed the
I come
foe.
from the colleges of magic. The lore of fire is mine to command.
There we go. Good.
Glory to the Empire!
Remain right there. I need you to be healed. Let the handgunners deal with them.
March! I must find more power. The Bright College offers its aid.
The might of Sigmar has crushed the foe. The allies of the Empire beset.
Will! I can
The slaves to the Dark Gods will never defeat free men.
I can to bring victory.
The gods have granted this day to earn our glory.
Your allies in Altdorf have sent me. Lord Teclis has taught me the art of fire.
Protect our lands, guard our people.
I command the powers of pyromancy. As the flame seeks the fuel.
Perfect. Are they destroying the... No.
The lore of fire is mine to command.
Glory to the Empire!
What can the Fire College do for you?
Is under attack. The might of Sigmar
I
has
come from
crushed
the
the
colleges
foe.
of magic.
We await your orders. The allies of the Empire beset. For Magnus and the Empire!
I will ask for no quarter and will offer none.
I'm worried about that hero unit.
Different path.
It'll cost me 1,000 gold if I'm not careful.
Loaded and eager, my lord.
There shall be no retreat. Our advance must continue.
What is your command, General?
Move over there.
Grave sides, you northern bastards!
We'll join you soon.
The might of Sigmar has crushed the ready. March! Advance on the enemy! Yes, my lord?
We have learned much from the elves.
The Empire will prevail.
Allies of the Empire
Death
beset.
will follow me.
We took the Emperor's shilling.
Ulrich's icy breath, what an
What?
abomination! Slay
Stop.
the spawn of chaos!
What's that? Word spawn. What's that?
Defeat is impossible!
Loaded and eager, my lord. Death and glory! Loaded and eager, my lord.
I shall be where the fighting is thickest.
Remember, slash and thrust. Charge!
Give him hot lead! The army of the
I don't know what that thing may be, but it looks dangerous.
Await your command.
We await your orders.
Come on.
The Bright College offers its aid.
Ready. Fire!
I don't know what that thing may be, but it looks pretty dangerous.
For the count.
Praise Sigmar! The allies of the Empire beset. The
Where is my mage?
Skull will make a fine trophy for my banner.
Yeah, they're out of range. Kill these guys instead.
Sharpen your blades, men. The general has orders. Power of Achi! Destroy them!
Blow them apart! Sigmar has crushed the foe. Death and glory!
Damn that thing.
I command the powers of pyromancy. Flame and destruction are yours to command.
The army of
As
the
the flame
Empire is
seeks
under
the fuel.
attack.
Hard blow now, good swing. There will be no respite while one foe draws breath. Defeat is impossible. The Empire will prevail.
Independent fire!
Oh no, a hero unit.
Step lively there! Sigmar has crushed
I didn't see it coming.
the ready and prepared.
Get out of there.
I bring destruction to the Emperor's foes.
You stay on. No. Not that guy.
College offers
Flee.
its aid.
I am needed elsewhere.
Stefan,
Bravely, my men.
attack that guy.
Make our stand.
You cannot outrun the flames of fate.
Yes, my
Guys, deal with that creature while the hero unit takes care of him. There we go.
History should tell of the great feats of the Empire's heroes.
Protect our lands, guard our people. Our orders
Grab
are
it.
clear.
Come on. Please grab it. Grab it.
Praise Sigmar! Victory is yours!
Couldn't grab that last item, but well. Pretty well, pretty well. Pretty well executed. Good. After the victorious battle, Stefan raised the bodies and found 3,500 gold. Alright. We'll leave it here for tonight. For today, sorry. I'm still thinking about the previous schedule. No. We'll leave it here for today. There we go. Overwrite. Pretty good. Alright, we'll leave it here for today. As a preliminary analysis, we can see that this is pretty much Total War Warhammer before Total War Warhammer was a thing. Let me quit here. Pretty interesting. Pretty interesting. I think the gameplay mechanics are on point so far. The graphical quality is also on point. Pretty well done, if you ask me. Pretty well done. I'm pretty pleased with the elements that have been presented to us. Pretty good. Pretty good. All right. Pretty good. Yes. So far, it has some RPG elements. It has some. There we go. It has some RPG elements. It has some interesting real-time tactics elements. It has a lot of strategic depth, if you ask me. With all of the upgrades you can do to your units, it has a lot of interesting mechanics. It limits the amount of troops you can use per battle, which is also a nice touch, just so you don't simply surge the enemy. So I've seen some pretty solid mechanics, some pretty solid gameplay mechanics. The technical aspects so far, pretty well executed, pretty good. The different effects, the different lightning, especially. So pretty good. Pretty good. All right. But we'll have to wait to find out about the ultimate fate of the Count and the Empire until tomorrow, because this is it for today. Hope you enjoyed my analysis. So far, it was just the first chapter, so it simply was the beginning of the game, so there was not much to analyze. But so far, we've been presented all of the essential elements that we need for our analysis. The gameplay mechanics, the light RPG touches, the skill trees, the unit armor, the unit's armors, everything. Armor levels. That was what I was trying to say. The armor levels. So yeah, the abilities, everything. We have pretty much everything we need to begin our analysis of this game. It was pretty solid, this first gameplay. So we'll continue tomorrow, and then on Thursday we'll resume with Scud Race once again. It's been my pleasure sharing this afternoon of Warhammer Mark of Chaos with all of you. See you all tomorrow. We'll have more of this great and forgotten gem of the real-time tactics genre. Besides, today my intro was extremely long, so I assume tomorrow on Tuesday it'll be we'll be able to get much more gameplay out of our session. All right, it's been my pleasure. See you all on Tuesday tomorrow.